First of all, it's Breunig. Breunig. I am married to a German. Thanks, Janet. All right.
All together.
This is kind of hard because it's like Sauk Prairie came to town, and I don't like that. I wish they'd all kind of leave for a few minutes. I believe that to live and work on a good farm or to be engaged in agricultural pursuits is pleasant as well as challenging, for I know the joys and discomforts of agricultural life. The FFA Creed. These words resonate strongly in my life. Raising my family on our dairy farm and continuing to realize that sometimes harsh reality of owning your own business, I know the joys and discomforts of agricultural life. For many FFA members, reciting the FFA Creed is their chance to provide their first impression to their chapter, judges, and community members. And although first impressions are important, there are many other stages to achieve success. And when I think of how we can make our organization stronger, I often think of 3 stages: the seed, grow, and harvest. So when we plant the seed, we are providing our first impression to our community through volunteering, service, teaching, whatever. The FFA seed was first planted in me when I found this organization back in 2001. My little boy BJ, he'll always be my baby no matter how old he is, was in 8th grade, and he wanted us to take him to the FFA chapter banquet at Sauk Prairie. I knew of the FFA because Mr. Jeff Hicken was the ag teacher, and he used to tease BJ at the county 4-H fair by always saying, "Chrysler, I expect to see you in FFA and in my classes in high school." It was kind of annoying. And we attended the banquet with BJ, and my first impression was, wow. I had my socks knocked off me. I had no idea what an incredible organization the FFA was. I was never in FFA. Even though BJ didn't get a pin at the banquet as an 8th grader, which, by the way, Hicken broke his heart. You know him. He still stayed on with the FFA and took agricultural educations in high school. The seed had been planted in our family, and now we wanted to help it grow. So my first-hand account showcases the reality of how important the seed phase is. As I stand here today, I look out at a room full of talented individuals such as yourselves. You are the business people, the owners, the farmers, the teachers, the legislatures, the community members, the parents, and most importantly, you are planters. And we have the ability to spread our knowledge and love of this organization to everyone in our communities. We have something stronger than passion or a need to give back. We have common vested interest to strengthen the agricultural industry and help individuals grow along the way. We must advocate by planting the FFA seed in our community members that we have. We add value to our ag ed programs. We add value to our rural beliefs, and we add value to our organization. We have to do this. It's no longer good enough to just attend these local meetings and help at fundraisers. No, we need every one of you to spread the word of our organization. As we plant the seed in others, we suddenly find individuals who want to grow with us. And I often find myself promoting FFA alumni by explaining how much we help the students grow. My biggest fear, serving on the state council, was and still is, and always will be, talking in front of teachers. I can't get past it. Like right now I feel nauseous, I'm in a sweat. There's teachers out there. And all those years in school, we are drilled to respect our teachers and our superiors. They will always be my superiors because they taught me, they taught our youth, and they are now going to be teaching my grandchildren. So this past year, I've had to talk in front of many teachers, so it's been very stressful and sickening. I mean, sickening in the stomach, not. Anyway, I have to overcome it, and I am. So how did I accomplish this? By doing it, by speaking publicly at the banquets and meetings, and gave me practice I needed. I grew as a speaker, well, I think, as a parent, and I grew as a community member. So how can we help the FFAC grow? We create a commitment to yourself to provide the opportunities to others that doesn't add an enormous amount of stress to your life. One way you can help students grow is by offering to coach them and let them shadow you for career exploration. A lot of words, right? So I have had the ability to work with our local floriculture team, and I've had students shadow me at my flower shop. This added no stress to my life. I simply utilized my skills, dare I say talent, to educate the students. And I didn't have to create a curriculum or get board approval. I simply taught those students what my mother and floriculture school taught me. And I helped students grow, and I grew along with them. And patience was probably my biggest area of growth with them. A lot of questions. So take a moment now to think about how your hobby or your career could help train local members, or how it could create a social event for your alumni. I hope you realize how talented you all are. You don't think you are like me, but you really are. You all bring something. Isn't it amazing how much we can do to help others grow with very little effort? So we've planted, we've helped our FFA crop grow, and now we must harvest it. Harvest is the most beautiful stage of them all. Just as flowers are, harvest when we create beautiful arrangements like I do every day, and the FFA alumni harvests talented youth who are prepared to be successful agriculturalists. So remember how I mentioned my son didn't receive his pin in 8th grade? Sorry, Hicken. Well, after many years of growth, and watching his harvest was amazing. I must admit, I am a very proud mother, and I'm biased. I think the world of my little boy. But after those years of hard work, BJ went on to become a state vice president, then a state president, and then the national nominating committee chair. And he now is the youngest employee at his company and sits on the executive board and runs his Madison division. And I honestly say that if it wasn't for the FFA, Beach probably wouldn't be in that position today. I must give a big hug to my son Beach for being the one who's inspired me in this capacity, giving me the chance to watch you perform, and thinking to myself, I wish I could speak like him. He has helped me with my speeches because it's the only time he can crack me and get away with it. I've been so proud of you, Beach, and if it weren't for you, I would never become involved in this association, and it's safe to say that we have grown together in the FFA. We all know FFA members that after years of hard work go on to become successful agriculturalists. We work with these individuals. They are a part of our community organizations, and they are great taxpayers. The need to give back. beginning to plant the seed and help it grow will be paid back at harvest. Tonight I realize, too, that I am at the harvest stage. I have had a tremendous experience serving this organization. So many great memories and friendships have been created. I've been able to host state officer teams a couple times at my home with my husband there, which has been incredible. I am so proud of you talented leaders, and know that Mama Kath will always welcome you in her home on the ranch. I've met members like Shirley in Florida, who volunteered her time tirelessly, even though she had 15 years on me. At the National Convention in 2012, she went on stage with me and 2 others, and we were given a paragraph ahead of time of the FFA Creed to memorize and recite on stage twice in that gigantic auditorium. Wow, if she could do it, I could do it. She was sick with me though. So Shirley has been volunteering since her children were young, and every time I see Shirley at national events, we spend time catching up. The members I've worked with on the Executive Council have been amazing. It is safe to say that our organization is in great hands and has a strong future. Thank you to my local alumni for your support. We have laughed together, we have cried together, we have celebrated together, and overcome challenges together. And finally, I'm lucky to know that my favorite alumni member is my husband, Tom, and thank you for supporting me and helping me through this with all the little tasks you have to do, listening to me quietly, patiently, and having me drive on Sundays to meetings, right? And tonight is the night to realize that what steps we must take to keep this organization, this is the night we'll take the steps to keep this organization and industry strong. We must plant the FFA seed in our community, focusing on individuals that don't understand the importance of our organization and our industry. And we must help the seed grow by giving our time, our talent, to help others improve. And finally, we must enjoy the harvest, reminisce on your joys and discomforts, and realize how hard it has been for you, and the hard work that you have done that's helped others blossom and grow into strong, talented leaders. John F. Kennedy wants Beach, John F. Kennedy once said,
in our most sincere appreciation, it's important not to utter words but to live by them.
In our most sincere appreciation, it is just not important